Welcome back.
We keeping it simple.
Yep, we're doing our biggest surprises of the NBA so far.
And I am back on the pod, boys.
Yes, Ryan's back. He's done
The
babysitting.
babysitting duties are
The
over.
responsibilities are done with. We got all basketball now. Now listen, I don't have any more for this intro. I just want to talk hoops.
Man, let's do it.
Okay, what has been one of your biggest surprise teams? Go ahead and talk about your boys. I know you want to talk about them.
I'm actually going to start somewhere else.
Really?
My biggest surprise team season so far. The Minnesota Timberwolves. I have to give them their praise.
Yeah.
The best defense in the league. Were you expecting them to be top 5 defense?
So a lot of people had expectations for them to be like number 3 seed,
Yeah.
like take a big jump. And last year they were good at times. They definitely showed that they had a really good defense, but man, they have been like really good this year.
It's actually crazy because I know a lot of people were them, and then like the Hawks were expected to make a jump this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't like their team.
Both those teams are so hard to trust.
Yeah. Like it's something, I think it's just Cat being on the Timberwolves makes it
Yeah.
iffy for me. But they have played so good, and I'm really impressed with them. The
And-
only teams to knock off both the Nuggets and the Celtics.
Yeah, they're the undefeated champions.
Yeah.
What is I'm trying to think. Undefeated slayers.
You got it.
They beat all the undefeated teams. But no, they're doing really good right now, and Cat's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like he is underperforming hella.
Ant's taking the jump that many expected him to take.
And taking a big jump. And Rudy Gobert's been really good.
He has been.
I mean,
been good.
Rudy's putting up 13 boards per game, which is
And
crazy.
Is it Jaden? Jaden McDaniels?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen's the other one.
Jalen's the one that's been hopping around.
Anyways, Jaden has been really impressive. In the game I watched him play, he was locking up Tatum. He was locking up Brown,
Yeah, dude.
which is impressive. I think he a lot of people are saying he has a big opportunity to blossom into something more.
And what I actually heard the stat the other day. I don't know if it's still true, but Mike Conley, he got a turnover in like the first 48 seconds, and then from that point on, got like in 200 minutes, had no turnovers.
Dude,
It was 30 assists and only 1 turnover.
are you on the Mike Conley train?
Dude, I mean, I think he's good on this team. He's better than D'Lo.
I didn't realize how important he is to the teams he goes to.
I mean, he has that chemistry with Rudy from
Yeah.
Utah.
Yep.
So I really like Mike Conley. I mean, I think he's still a competent point guard in this league.
Better
He's
than
proven
Chris
that.
Paul.
He's shooting better than Chris Paul. I can tell you that
Hey.
much. Chris Paul ain't shooting.
Chris Paul's going 0 for 7, but 15 assists.
He's got them assists though. But yeah, the Timberwolves have like such a good defensive team, and then they have Ant, who's just that guy. Like in the
Michael
fourth
Jordan.
quarter, he
Dude,
just walks in.
He's crazy. And it's weird because he's like one of those guys similar to Jokic where if you ask him about basketball, he'll say he likes it.
Yeah.
But the dude wanted to play football. Like the dude, said before he only
I actually
played
didn't know that.
basketball for the money. In an
Really?
interview, he said he picked basketball because there was an opportunity for him to make,
I've never heard of that.
which is crazy.
He's like a bigger dude, I guess.
Yeah,
He's strong.
yeah.
But no, I watched the Celtics game the other night when they
As did I.
beat them, and that overtime, he went insane.
It was insane.
He did
and
like 3 threes.
the whole way, every shot he took, I was like, "That's going in."
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect him to miss a shot.
Although he did have that one air ball.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the most part, this team's looked really good. They're beating good teams. I mean, that's in the beginning of the season, you can have a big winning record and you'd be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
it's situational. You know, they played this team on a
Yeah.
bad night. They beat the Nuggets and they beat the Celtics. So that's worth something.
That is true.
Um,
We could be seeing them in the NBA Finals.
but yeah, okay. They're probably honestly, I think for this team, they should just trade Cat. I don't even care if they get
Yeah.
a ton of value.
Yeah.
Like just get something for him.
I
But it is valuable having a 7-footer out there that can shoot.
Cat as an NBA player, it's such an interesting thing because he is really good,
He used to be really good too.
But now he's just like every time I watch a Timberwolves game, it feels like he's just fouled out.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's
foul
always at 5
insane.
fouls.
Yeah. Which is funny because I keep talking about, what if the Grizzlies traded for him? But dude, they would have no center.
That would be rough.
They would both foul out.
Dude, I think they should just trade him for Trae Young.
Trae Young? No. Okay.
Cat for Murray.
Lose all that
Cat
defense.
for Murray though. Would you do that?
Hmm.
I think it makes sense. But
Murray's been
Murray.
he's been so good this year though. They're not gonna trade him.
Give us your next surprise.
Plus he just got an extension, so he can't even be traded this year, I think.
Oh, that is true.
He got the big extension. Now we could talk about your favorite team, the Indiana Pacers.
That's not where I thought you. Let's talk about them.
I mean, I was expecting you to start off with them because they are.
I'm trying to show somebody. Trying not to show.
Yeah, try to hold back on the fandom.
Yeah, but the Pacers, man. I'm
Number
just gonna
3
say it.
in the East.
Tyrese is so fun to watch, so enjoyable. He's taking another huge step this year. I saw it earlier today. I don't have it pulled up, but his stats in the fourth and in the clutch alone have been so good this year. He's really just leading that team, and everything revolves around him. Like everything they do, he starts it, and it flows from there.
What's crazy is they're 6-3, and he plays 32 minutes per game.
Dude, that was the craziest thing. I was looking up their stats. He's their leading minutes with 32. No one else touches 30 except Bruce Brown.
That team is just so deep.
Miles Turner is at like 25 minutes a game.
He's had some monster games recently.
Yeah, and he's been really good this season too.
But yeah, the third in the East right now.
One of the best offenses in the league, if not best.
You think? Yeah, probably. I actually don't know what their rating is.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, they have to because they put up so much points per game.
So much.
Their defense isn't there, but they can just outscore the team. But is Tyrese the best point guard in the East? Is he better than Dame now?
But right now, yes. Right now,
I'd rather have Tyrese
right
on my
now,
team than Dame.
I would rather have Tyrese.
He's better than Maxey.
Yep.
Drew.
Yep.
He's better than Kyle Lowry.
Yes. Big booty Lowry.
Is he better than Trae Young?
Yes.
Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson. Ooh.
That one's iffy because I have some love for Brunson. I do have some genuine love for Brunson.
And there's not much left.
I think the top four are Brunson, Dame, Garland, and Tyrese in the East.
Yeah.
And Trae. I don't know. It's so hard to like put them together because like especially with Drew on the Celtics.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get the ball as much.
I actually want to look up what their
stats are.
Yeah, top offenses in the NBA. Has to be. I know. Should look this up before.
I do think they're got to be top 3.
Indiana Pacers a top offensive rating.
Yeah.
Just barely above the Mavericks.
That makes
sense
too. They feel like the Kings this year. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The Pacers feel very similar to the
team
Kings.
that has a really good offense and no defense.
Play
fast.
Yeah. I saw a video. Somebody was talking about them being the new Suns. They're shooting 7 seconds into the shot clock. They're just not getting a bucket.
And they have so many players that are like almost equivalent, like Steve Nash, Tyrese, Amari Stoudemire, Miles Turner, like players like that.
And it's weird because like at the beginning of the season, for the Pacers at least, it was like Tyrese. Yeah. And then Tyrese took a few games off. Ben's finally stepping up. Their whole team, Aaron Nesmith had a career game like a week ago. Their whole team, any night, 3 different people could score 20.
I know, they just have so many buckets on that team. It's actually crazy, but
that's a crazy team.
Yeah.
Do you think they stay in the playoffs or will they fall? Yeah. You think they'll be top 6?
Definitely in play-in. No, I have no doubt that they'll be in the play-in. It depends. I mean, if Tyrese gets injured, this team really derails fast.
Yeah. I think one of Pacers, Heat, Hawks, Magic fall out.
Heat, Hawks.
because they're
Magic.
the
Magic,
bottom
probably.
4 right now. I think Magic will fall.
Most likely. But the Heat,
Dude, I just can't trust the Heat. I don't care
The
if
Heat
they're
are
on a
the Heat,
4-game
bro.
win streak. Jimmy's got his house paid in cash.
is he one of our surprise teams?
The Heat,
When I did the pod last week, the Heat were a
We're-
panic team.
yeah, yes,
They were one of the worst teams of the opening week. And they have recovered. I mean, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They had that good game against the Lakers.
I just hate the Heat. I don't want to give them credit for anything they do.
I do
Their
think they
jer-
beat Washington
Their
twice.
jerseys were so ugly. Their court is so ugly.
Dude,
I have not watched the Heat game this year, other than the game we played against them. The
yeah.
Celtics.
I haven't watched much of them this year. I don't really care to. I always check into the fourth quarters because the fourth quarters are always close.
Yeah.
And Jimmy just does nothing in the fourth.
No. Jimmy does nothing.
Like, there was one game I watched. It was against the Bucks. He didn't even play in the fourth.
This is supposed to be us praising the Heat, and it's just us being
They're
bad.
5-4, but they were really disappointing. And I think they've played some easy teams. I mean, they
Yeah.
beat the Lakers, which is like a goodish team.
Yeah, they've been on a
But
rough. But
what's your next surprise?
we talked
Go on.
about my guys, Pacers. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your boys, the Houston Rockets, sitting
Yes,
at the
sir.
4 seed right now.
Are the Rockets the most surprising team 2-3 weeks in terms of their expectations? Or do you think
Yes. It's either them or the Grizzlies in terms
Or
of the Grizzlies
Timberwolves?
just no, because Timberwolves I saw in the top 6. But I think the Rockets are the most surprising, and I'm gonna give you the floor to give all your love and appreciation to your boys.
trying to look? It changed. We were top 10 in offense and defense. It changed after the Pelicans game. We're now 12 in offense. Our defense has been good this year,
Yeah.
which I think speaks the loudest because we have so many offensive weapons on this team.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they play defense, like, Jalen Green's playing defense. Sengun has improved a lot this
It's
year
the Ime
defensively.
Udoka effect. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
Ime
And
has had
probably
a,
Fred and Dylan. I will give those two
Yeah.
credit. Massive credit.
which, I mean, Jabari Smith was a defender before, but
yeah.
yeah, this team's really good defensively. I think, they're what, 4th, 5th in standings right now.
Yeah.
They're 5-3.
Yep.
I don't
5
think
game.
I think we're probably looking at a Utah Jazz. Good first half, bad second half.
Yeah. We have a lot of analogies to last season.
Yeah, but my concern, a defense stays. Like, defense means a lot more offense to me with this team. But I don't know how long it lasts. The only good factor that they could have is the surprise factor.
Yeah.
If they could catch teams by surprise throughout the whole season, then they could be a play-in team.
Yeah. I think it's just exciting to root for the teams that aren't supposed to be good.
Yeah.
And as much as I've hated on the Rockets just because you like them, it is really fun to see them winning and being in a higher standing than teams like the Suns, the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean,
will it hold up throughout the year? I don't know. I don't think they're gonna drop off as hard in the second half like Utah did. I think they'll I don't think they're gonna stay like this, but by December, I think they'll settle. I think they'll kind of level out in that 7 to 10 play-in range.
they'll probably be, fighting for between 9 and 12. They'll be somewhere in there, in my mind.
Which is crazy because looking at the standings, the only team in the bottom 5 of the West,
Yeah.
that I see jumping up completely is the Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers will jump up, and I think the Spurs are a wild card.
Yeah, Spurs, and then we have to see what Memphis.
If they even try to come back.
Yeah.
1-8.
But I
We'll
think
talk about them in a sec.
I think as of right now, the Rockets have a good chance of just kind of
Chilling.
leveling out in the play-in range due to some of the bottom.
Here's the big
teams.
thing. They got to beat bad teams.
Yeah.
Because they lost to the Magic, which they should have won. They lost to...
You think the Rockets are better than?
I don't know. They're both surprising
I do
teams
want to
this
talk
year.
about the Magic because I do have some things to say about them.
But closing thoughts about the Rockets. When you play through Sengun, this team wins.
Sengun is really fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch.
They have a really good defense. Dylan Brooks is scoring very well off of less shot attempts.
Check out we posted a TikTok.
Oh yeah, check out the TikTok.
Okay, yes. We posted a TikTok of Dylan Brooks going absolutely ham. Link in somewhere. Check it out.
Skyhook. He had a skyhook.
Dude, and you were telling me, you were texting me like Dylan Brooks hit some of the craziest shots ever.
It's
I watched the TikTok and I'm like, wow, no way he's pulling these shots off and hitting.
It is infuriating watching him, but then he makes the shot.
Dude, a little cut really quick. Did you see the memes of him just staring at LeBron like this before their game? That was insane.
Hey, I mean, it's Dylan Brooks. What do you expect?
The one-sided beef between the two of them is insane.
Yeah, I think the only downside to their little winning streak of 5 games, which is the most in probably 4 years.
Dude, I saw that this is the first 5-game winning streak of Jalen Green's with the Rockets.
1,000%. We have beaten some teams.
Yeah, but those are the games y'all should win. So
it was Hornets.
Yeah.
Kings twice without Fox.
Yeah.
Lakers without AD.
Yeah.
And then Pelicans
with Zion and
Brandon? They did have Zion and Brandon, but no CJ. So
I think y'all are winning the games y'all should win.
Yeah.
And then even like the Lakers game, that was a blowout, right? That's
impressive. And the Kings game. The second Kings game.
Y'all are winning games y'all should be winning and pulling out the games that are 50-50.
I think if they keep it up, they could definitely be a playing team. And with that kind of defense, you kind of don't want to see them.
Yeah. They're like one of those pesky teams that I'm sure like Nuggets, Mavericks, those top teams like the Warriors, Lakers, I'm sure they're dreading playing Rockets.
I am really interested in seeing them play the Nuggets tonight.
Yes, I forgot it. There's some good games tonight. I'm excited for the Pacers 76ers.
Yeah. I think that Jokic is either going to dominate the Rockets like he normally does, or maybe Sengun really is guarding a lot better this year.
Hot take. I got the Rockets win.
Really?
I just decided that right
now.
The
Nuggets are 8-1.
Dude, I like the win streak of the Rockets. I'm riding them.
Two win streaks going against each other. Anyways, we talked about this team the most.
Dude, they're your team, bro. I wanted to give them some love. I stay hating on them.
I got 2 teams out west I want to talk about. We talked about good. Let's talk about some bad.
Hold on. Can we do one more good? Because there's one team we didn't talk about. I hate them. I've bullied them. Can we talk about the 76ers being 7-1?
Oh, okay. We're going good. Yeah.
Considering that
best team out east.
They lost opening game against Bucks and haven't lost since.
Oh my god, yeah, they're on a 7-game winning streak. Yeah. I forget that was the only game they lost.
Yeah, that opening. And we don't have to talk about them for long. Y'all know who they are. Joel Embiid.
No, we should talk about them because this is, in my opinion, a completely different team than we have seen. The last couple of years. They're 5 in both offense and defense.
Yep. And
that's tough.
What's crazy is the way Tyrese Maxey has unlocked the team.
He is so much better than Harden.
Like, he is the reason they are, like, staying afloat / being 10 times better than what they've ever been.
Dude, I have been a fan of Harden his whole career. Tyrese Maxey is so much better for his team.
He just unlocks everything for them.
He's so fast.
Dude.
He's so fast.
Okay, we're going back to the Celtics. When the 76ers played the Celtics, no joke in the fourth quarter, all it was Tyrese Maxey floaters. Spam them over and over. No one could guard it, and it was insane to watch.
It was like 2K.
Dude, he just kept going in, getting easy floaters over and over.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey has been really good.
Tobias Harris seems like a new dude.
I think Nick Nurse has had a real big effect on this team.
That is true. They got the new coach too.
Because they went into the season and Nick Nurse was saying we're going to use Tobias Harris more, and he's finally playing good minutes.
Yep.
He has not been used in his 3 years in Philly.
Yeah, that is true. It's so nice.
He's a bucket.
It's so nice to see all of them kind of coming along. Yeah. Everyone looks good.
I don't think this is true now, but a couple days ago they had 4 people averaging 20 plus.
That's crazy.
Embiid, Embiid, Maxey, Tobias, and Kelly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And obviously Kelly's out for a little while now. broken ribs.
Dude got ran over.
Rest easy.
Dude got ran over. That's crazy to hear an NBA got ran over on the street.
Freak accident.
Oh,
But no, and Embiid's having a really good season. He's playing honestly better than
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in that top 3 MVP conversation. And he's playmaking. Like he's doing good in the system.
Prize Picks on his assists has hit for me.
Yeah.
It's like 4.5.
He's still scoring like a beast, man. He'll in the third quarter will be at like 35 points.
Yeah.
He's actually, in terms of basketball players right now, like Embiid might be the best player to score within like 22 minutes.
That's actually so true. There is a lot of times, like at halftime or going into the third, he already has.
Like, think of players that score like a normal amount, but in like 22 minutes, it's always Embiid.
Yeah, that is true.
Although Devin, there's people that get hot, like Devin Booker, KD,
Klay Thompson.
Ugh, but Embiid does it consistently.
Man, hated I brought that up.
It sucks, bro.
And they haven't lost a game at home, which is also anything the 76ers do is impressive just from what they've had to deal with.
And we
everything else going on.
Been able to talk about it. I think they're in good position to trade.
Yeah.
They got some
we
big
haven't
contracts.
talked about it. Them getting a guy like an OG or a Zach LaVine. And I know there's reports for both of those.
I don't like Zach because I want them to be a good defense.
Yeah,
I already got Tyrese Maxey.
I think them getting OG would be insane.
OG would be so tough,
insanely fun, and they could do it. They have the trade assets.
You know who else would be kind of crazy?
Who?
Pascal,
yeah.
Pascal with Embiid would be so tough.
Yeah,
you're not scoring in the paint.
That's crazy. They have opportunities to get a lot done, but I told Rocky this. I'm not believing anything the 76ers do until we get to April.
This is actually what I expected them to do last year, was be really good in the regular season.
Yep.
They weren't. I don't have a lot of expectations in terms of playoffs.
Yeah.
Until they prove it. But I don't know. I mean, if they can get by in the regular season, winning a lot, and can rest Embiid a good bit.
That's true. Because that's the issue every year, right? Embiid's overusing it in the regular season, and come
the
playoffs,
same issue Harden used to have. Yeah. So, yeah.
Let's hear your bad team out west now.
We gotta talk about a bad team, bro. We gotta talk about the Grizzlies.
Oh my!
The Grizzlies are so much worse than I thought they could be.
Dude, I expected the Grizzlies to be hovering around 500 without Ja.
No.
But it's like they can't win a game.
They
I know they've won one, but that was against Portland. Their second time playing Portland after they lost in an overtime against Portland.
They actually have a middle of the pack defense. The offense is the worst in the league. Yeah, Grizzlies team is awful. I thought that they could be able to hold it down a little.
With the
Desmond Bane All-Star year,
Desmond Bane coming into that, Jaren Jackson. They had the past 2 defensive players of the year.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to be able to like just hold on until Ja comes back. But at this point, they're 9 games in. They still have a long way to go without Ja.
You got to think, Ja has to come back. He has to get used to this team.
That's going to be another 10, 15 games.
So you got 45 games-ish to work with.
Dude, Ja's going to come back. They're going to be like 5-20.
Dude, if even that, they're on pace to be 2-23.
They're going to be worse than the Charlotte Bobcats.
Dude, that would be crazy.
Ever.
Because if anything, I thought the Wizards would have been that this year.
Dude, because just think, one more freak injury on the Grizzlies team.
Yeah.
They should just pack it up.
I mean, that's the one thing about this team is like, I don't think they're in panic mode in terms of their core because they've had so many injuries.
And they've been good every year. Their core 3 guys they've been a good team.
Yeah. Although, Steven Adams is out all year. He's a backbone of his team.
Yeah.
They traded Tyus Jones. He's the reason that they win without Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's rough. But I do think that, in all honesty, if it keeps going this way,
the
Memphis Grizzlies are kind of blessing the skies because
Yeah.
they could get a really good
Do you
pick.
think this could be similar to like a Warriors season when Curry went down? They end up getting
100%.
like a top 5 pick. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Just because their team's still so young. Like this isn't gonna they're not in like their primes to we have to get a championship this year or it's a bust.
Yeah, no.
So this could be insanely good for them for the next 3-4 years.
The one thing that sucks is Ja is out 25 games, so you still have over half the season to tank.
Yeah.
With the good players, so
Yeah.
I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably
And-
be a play-in team.
And also, I have to throw in my little Celtics insight. There's been a video of Marcus Smart crying because he can't win games. It's so tough to watch. Like
I feel bad for
I
him.
don't even like the Grizzlies, but I just want them to be better for
For Smart.
Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart doesn't deserve to lose.
He also hasn't been good.
Yeah, he started off nice in the first week, but
I don't like Smart as a point guard.
no,
I don't get why he's.
He's perfect
Okay.
for a shooting guard. He's perfect to be the 6th man.
I'd rather have Jeremy Sohan be my point guard, bro.
That's disrespectful as hell.
Let's
Get out.
talk about a good team. Dallas Mavericks.
Oh,
I know you don't really like them, but I'm a fan of it.
I have watched a good bit of Mavericks games this year just because, once again, the Celtics. I've like all my core Celtics guys from the past like 5
yeah.
years has moved to different teams. I've watched a good bit of Mavericks games, and they're good.
Yeah.
They are really, really
At least
good.
offensively, they're
Yeah.
good.
And Luka does.
Yeah.
It's
Luka's
like a
always going to
constant.
be consistent on this team.
Yeah.
There's no changing that. Luka's averaging 2K numbers every day.
And then they've got potentially the rookie of the year, Derek Lively.
Oh, we haven't talked about Derek Lively.
No, we haven't.
I talked about him last time because he has been. I mean, it's on and off whether
Yeah.
he gets played, but
Yeah.
when he does play, he is like, oh, I don't know if you heard this. I had a player comp for him, and I think you might like this.
Robert Williams.
No, because Luka is James Harden.
Oh,
He's Clint Capella, dude. He is like perfect for that because Clint Capella was like right outside the lottery.
Yeah.
And he's literally a rim running center who can get some crazy blocks, get some boards, and catch crazy lobs.
I do like that.
And he's
But-
already been doing that.
I do like that. I was expecting, I don't know, Derek Lively to me, any center out the draft that can't shoot. And there are like reports of him being a decent shooter and like he has the corner 3.
Yeah.
But I'm always so iffy about any big man coming out of the draft that has no outside shot. But when you're like
I don't know.
this type of player that you can block, you're the lob threat, it works.
I
And
don't.
he's been really impressive.
I think there's a lot of centers that are like that. I mean, I think Clint Capella is good.
No, yeah, for
Steven
sure. You have to
Adams.
be so good at those little things to get playing.
Yeah. No, Derek Lively has been a game changer for this team. I'm
Yep.
really glad they picked him up. I thought it was going to be a nice addition, but I didn't know it'd be this nice.
Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna be like this.
Kyrie has been underperforming and they've been good.
Yeah,
He's not even averaging like 20.
yeah. They Grant Williams is the man. I'll be
Although
honest.
he's had 2 terrible games.
Yeah.
And I
When-
know because I put money on that
When
man.
you started betting on him, he said nah.
When I got on the train, he said, I'm going to quit playing basketball. But he has been really good this year. He's a
Yeah.
great addition. Probably one of the best offseason pickups.
I love to hear it.
I'm a big fan of Grant. Has Jaden Hardy had some good minutes this year? I feel like I keep seeing him.
I feel like early on he was getting more of a leash, but I feel like now it's been a little less.
Brian, let's talk about some panic teams. I got 2 teams that are literally in the same position in my mind. They both red.
Chicago and Toronto Raptors.
Read my mind.
You know what I'm gonna say about them.
I included them together last video.
Listen, man, you know I watch every video Simple Hoops post. I already know what you said about the Raptors and the Bulls.
What did I say?
They need to blow it up.
I said both of them need to consider, especially the Bulls.
I don't think there should be any considering. I think they should both blow it up. Just reset. Raptors, I'll start with you. You've been mediocre for long enough.
Since they won a championship.
Pack it up Call it quits. Give Pascal Siakam a hug. Send him to where he wants to go. Tell OG to learn how to dribble, Mr. Little Jaylen Brown. Send him off to another team. And let Scotty Barnes bring this team back.
With worse players.
With worse players. Give him 3 years and they will be good. I am a Scotty Barnes advocate. I love the kid.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's the one difference between the Raptors and the Bulls is the Raptors have a bright side with Scotty.
Yeah, the Bulls thought they did with Patrick. The next Kawhi Leonard.
But the problem with the Raptors is what I mentioned last time is Masai Ujiri is dumb.
Yeah.
Because they're both OG and Pascal are both on the last year of their deal.
Yeah.
Neither of them have extensions. Neither of them are going to extend. I mean, Pascal says he wants to.
That's weird that he says. I would not.
I think that
there.
I don't think that exists anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting any shots.
Yep.
So they both need to get traded, but they're not going to get traded for anything. OG could have got traded last trade deadline for 4 picks.
What do you think he would get? 2 picks max with
2. One's heavily protected.
Pacers.
Cap space filler, a lottery protected pick, and then maybe a top 3 protected.
Yeah.
And it'll be like the Lakers who are going to be good next year, top 3 protected. Like something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think even doing that, you're going to get more value than the sign and trade you're going to do in the summer.
I think the Bulls also. It's so weird because
The Bulls.
they were a good team.
Yeah.
They were an enjoyable team.
But his career is over.
Yeah. It's so sad, but the Bulls had that like 6 months of
The number 1
a
seed.
really, really good.
Yeah.
And they're trying to chase that same magic. And this team's, they don't have it anymore.
They're in a tough position too, because I think DeMar's on the last year of his deal. So he can just sign wherever he wants, and he's not gonna get big money next year, probably.
I think the issue with them is I think they've just waited too long. I don't think you're getting as much for Zach anymore with the contract he's on.
He does have a big contract, so you're getting him for like 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
I know his contract's $40 million and it goes up.
Yeah.
And then DeMar, like what?
DeMar's a hard player to trade because he's not a plug and play guy.
Yep.
DeMar is very much, he has his own play style.
Yep.
He doesn't shoot threes. It's kind of like when Melo was getting shipped around.
Yep.
Like when we got him on the Rockets, and he just didn't fit because he's not a catch and shoot guy.
Yeah.
And DeMar's that guy. If you put him on the Lakers, he's gonna suck. He's gonna suck on the Lakers.
So I don't even know. Like I think hot take with the Bulls. I think Zach will get traded. I think DeMar, they'll just ride him out. I don't think anyone's trading for DeMar.
No, I think there'll be some team that's like, man, I just want something.
I don't
like
think
the Hornets.
So. Yeah, that is true. That's a better way to. I don't think a contender is gonna trade for him.
No,
just because there's so many better wing options. If a contender wants to make a trade,
just looking at these teams, Philly, I don't think they would want.
Philly would want OG over DeMar, and they're like the same.
They would want OG, Zach, or Pascal over.
Because like I was thinking maybe the Mavericks would make sense, but Mavericks would want like an OG.
They would prefer.
There's just better options. Bojan on the Pistons is another wing trade.
Might be crazy. Miami Heat.
Dude, I've thought about that too, but imagine how bad that spacing's gonna be.
Dude, DeMar
it's
and Jimmy
going to
Butler.
Be so bad.
They're gonna work in the mid range, bro.
That's the 2000s teams right there. All they're gonna be shooting is mid range.
Dude, I don't see any.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've thought about it with the Bulls. I just don't think there's a team that's gonna trade for him.
Yeah, looking around.
I think he's just gonna sign with like the Lakers next offseason.
And it sucks because the Lakers would be awful with him.
Yeah.
It'd be another Russ.
Yeah.
He would be awful on the team. I don't know. Maybe there's a bad team wants something interesting, but DeMar's probably gonna get signed to some team.
And DeMar's not that interesting. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't like DeMar.
No, he could be really good and he's super clutch. But
the more I see him, man. The more I see him.
The more I say it, the less I like it. He's just not a plug and play player.
Yeah. And he's not good enough to like be one of those like if you're gonna put him as like a 2 or 3 option, you have to build the team kind of around him for it to work the way you want it to.
Does Zach LaVine warrant a lot of value?
See, that's the other thing.
of
I
picks.
think his contract is so huge. I think his play over the last year and a half, I don't think they're getting as much as what they could have gotten.
I don't know, man. What about that the new CBA deal?
I don't know.
Or
I
new
don't think.
TV deal.
Do you think he's the second option on a championship team? I think he's third.
Not second option, but he can be the second scoring option.
Fair.
Does that make sense?
Fair. I think in a perfect world, like I think on the Lakers he makes a lot of sense. I don't think the Lakers will be able to get him.
Yeah.
But I think a team like that already has a really good defensive.
But he's a walking bucket, dude. If
Yeah.
you're a team like the Miami Heat that struggles to score, he'd be beautiful in that
He
team.
would be. I
mean,
personally
that's what you have in Tyler Hero.
I personally love the idea of him getting traded to the Nets.
The
But
Nets,
now
yeah.
with Cam Thomas being Cam Thomas, it makes it so tricky. I don't know.
I don't know where to go. People are saying Sixers. I
Yeah.
don't like the defense there.
It would be-
Timberwolves?
It would be really fun though. I won't lie, it would be really fun to see Zach and
What about Timberwolves?
Timberwolves would
They got
also
defense.
be a really, really enjoyable team. Are you trading
Cat?
Cat?
Cat for Zach LaVine?
I don't think
How young is Cat? Is he
when they're
27?
both the same age, 27, 28.
I don't know.
Maybe
That would be
a
interesting.
3-teamer to send Cat somewhere else, get Bulls draft picks.
Yeah.
That would be really
Lakers.
interesting.
Lakers will love him.
Cat?
No. Actually, they'd like both because
Yeah.
they're both offense guys. But Zach LaVine on the Lakers would be big.
Yeah.
'Cause they'd actually win in the
There's
regular
already
season.
been reports of people saying Lakers are monitoring.
Oh, well, they have the D'Lo and Rui Hachimura
Yeah,
contracts.
they have
so-
the contracts to make it work.
Yeah.
Zach on the Timberwolves would be him and Ant instantly becoming one of the most athletic
He was on
duos
the
ever. I know
Timberwolves.
he was
I forgot
drafted
about
by
that.
them.
He was on this
Dude,
team.
that would be really cool to see Ant and Zach.
That's just something I thought about.
That's
Alright.
interesting.
Well, Ryan, I'm at 4%, so we gotta do some quick hitters right now.
All right, I'm gonna name off a few teams, and you tell me how you're feeling about them.
All right, cool.
You ready?
Yeah.
Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets are always disappointing, but Gordon Hayward is gonna be nice for whatever team gets him at the trade deadline or next
You think
offseason.
someone's trading for him? 30 mil?
Could
1
be.
year?
Yeah,
I think a team does.
1 year.
I think a team.
Brandon Miller's looked really good. Mark
Yep.
Williams has been crazy.
Yes, a 21 and 24 game.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
And LaMelo has been improving.
He's getting there.
I don't have expectations for this team to win, so I just care about the young
Yeah.
guys playing good.
Now I'm gonna give you two teams. Tell me which one you feel better about.
Oh yeah.
We've got the Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic.
I feel like the Atlanta Hawks have more of a likelihood to be consistent
Yeah,
and to stay at the top. The Magic,
their
dude.
defense has been so nice.
here's what I'll say about the Magic. They are winning right now. Paula and Franz Wagner have had an awful start to the
Yep.
season.
And I did want to get to the Magic eventually, just because their record's 5-4, but they've had a tough schedule. They went Lakers, Clippers, Lakers, and that's
Yeah.
3 of their losses right there, or
They
2
have,
of them.
the fourth best defense.
They've been really good, and Palo is slowly coming around. Their team's starting to figure it out. They've been dealing with a lot more injuries than what I thought.
Their guards are
Markel,
looking good.
Wendell's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, Wendell. That was the big one because they don't really have center depth right now. They're playing are they playing Udoka as a bookie?
Yes,
That's brutal.
yes, they're playing.
I thought he was out of the league.
They're playing. The dude that the Pacers drafted a few years ago is their starting center. Gogo
Oh no, Gogo Badatsi.
Batatsi.
Oh no, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Not Udoka as a bookie.
I don't know. He's on their team though, right?
Is he?
I
I haven't
think
heard
so.
that name in a minute.
All right,
No,
I've
it
got
was
one. I got
Gogo
another
Badatsi.
one. We didn't talk about them, so I'm curious. Cleveland.
Cleveland, they've been struggling, man, and
did-
it's been weird.
Did New York just kill whatever Cleveland had? New York, they have struggled ever since they lost to New York.
I will say this: Cleveland has looked awful this year, but dude, they look beautiful against the Warriors.
Yeah, they
Their
did.
2 games against the Warriors, they look like the best team in the league.
Dude, I don't know. Do you think Do you think a part of it's just Donovan Mitchell's situation looming over them? That
It's
could be a part.
it's looking bad now that they're not
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
They have 13 in defense and 20 something in offense. Not
Yeah.
looking good. Has Darius Garland really been that good this year?
I think he was out for a little bit. He's getting back in it. He hasn't been that great.
I haven't heard a thing about Evan Mobley. Jared Allen, I think, just got back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good against the Warriors, man.
Look.
Because those two centers are good when you play against a team like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What percent's that computer at, buddy? Do I got time for 2 more teams?
we're at 3, baby.
2 more teams. The last 2 teams. I don't think we talked about them. Phoenix Suns and Clippers. How you feeling about them? Hot, cold?
Suns, I'm not too worried about. They got injury
They have
concerns
been
right
doing-
now.
What's going on with Devin? Because I felt like he played one game and then
He's had a nagging injury. Beal has been out, but he's recently came back. KD has not been crazy.
I've been kind of worried about KD having to carry that load at that 35,
not even-
36.
LeBron's doing a better job than him.
He is. He
So,
is.
I don't know. Yusuf Nurkic will have a great game.
I
He got
know.
20
I
boards.
wanted to
and it
bet on him
sucks.
because his assist, he's been getting like 8 assists a
assists.
game.
His assists have been crazy good,
Dude.
and I know they're just gonna fall back
Yep.
to 1
Yep.
a game. Clippers, they look really bad with Harden right now.
Yeah. I told you this before we started recording, but they're 3-0 at home, but 0-5 on the road.
The Warriors, man.
The Warriors 2.0. Do you think how many games do you think it's going to take them to find a groove, and do you think
Lot.
they will find the groove?
Yeah, they'll find a groove. They gotta make adjustments. They gotta put Russ on the bench.
Really?
Yeah,
I love Russ.
I don't think
Put
Harden's
Harden
on the
on
bench, or put Russ at the power forward.
Russ at power forward.
Keep him in the corner because he's been hitting them threes, but that's about it. Yeah, Harden's, man.
Dude, did you see the Dallas
Sucks.
Mavericks broadcaster like
Yeah.
dogging Harden?
Yeah, which I feel.
I was surprised that Harden is coming into the Clippers organization saying that he is the system, and that's not the greatest way to start.
I think he
building
was
team
a system,
chemistry.
man, but you got Paul George and Kawhi on this team.
Yeah,
bro.
you just need to worry about passing and hitting
Dude,
shots. in
honestly, the
playoffs.
Harden trade sucks because he came in and Paul George went from an MVP season to absolute
Yeah.
dog water.
Yeah. And I think their team, I don't know. The Clipper, I love Paul George for as much hate as he gets. I've already seen the memes of if they start struggling in the playoffs, the "Where's Waldo? Where's Paul?" memes. But I hope they figure it out because I do enjoy watching the Clippers play.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You got any final thoughts for this pod, Ryan?
Only thoughts I have is keeping it simple, baby.
Keep keeping it simple, guys. See you in the next one.